There. Thank you, Camille, for reminding me. So coming back, so for the ones who watched this recording, I forgot to start the recording before, so it's a big trunk. What I was announcing is that we will be launching a new round of macro grants, and so we've been working very hard in the background to bring more resources to the OpenCovid19 program. So far, we've been very lucky to be supported by the AXA Research Fund and the Vinci Foundation. The AXA Research Fund is really supportive of this program, and we'll probably be able to bring in more resources. I don't know how much yet, but the idea is that right now we're working on fundraising specifically for OpenCovid19 with the goal to raise about 200,000 euros so that we can sustain the program until the end of next year. We believe that all the solutions that are being developed by this community, they will be continuing their development until at least, in the next 6 to 12 months. We cannot expect to have the current crisis to be solved before then anyway. And in any tech projects, you need sometimes to really be able to have a mature solution. So we're doing everything in our power to make this happen. I think this is totally feasible, and so I'm hopeful. And but the good news is that we can right now do a small microgrant round. So how it's going to go is it's going to be a bit smaller than usual. Usually we provide about 15,000 euros at each round, something like that, a bit more. This time we're going to do 10,000, and so we will be also asking to ask not as much as before. We had capped the maximum normally around 3,000, and when you were like two big groups working together, you could ask actually up to 6,000. This time, we asked the project to not go over 2,000. The idea is really to help as many projects as possible with just the right amount so that they can, continue pushing what they're doing and not, struggling basically and losing their momentum. So we'll be launching this macro grant round, I think on Monday officially. We'll be sharing all the necessary information. It's going to be, for the one who already participated, it's going to be very similar to what we've done before. So in fact, normally you've received an email from me if you have received a microgrant before, where the idea is if you want to ask for more, like one more microgrant, you can take the application that you've written in the past on the JOGL platform, put it into a PDF, and archive it in the document section of your project page, so that you can use a new application, like a new document, or you can fill your about section in your project page to make your application. So we'll be trying to do that fast. So I expect that projects will have only 1 week to apply, basically the whole next week. The deadline will be on Sunday. Let me see the date, but basically it will be Sunday the 18th of October, and then we can expect to have the results about a week afterwards. And because we need the reviews also to be done by the community, so it's going to be an interesting 2 weeks, and I'm looking forward to see all the recent advancements and potentially new projects too. It's going to be, I think, quite competitive, and I actually encourage you to really be competitive yourself in the amount you'll be asking, because we want to be able to support as many projects as possible. So if you feel like you can do you can bring your project forward with, let's say, 1,000 or 1,200 euros. Well, ask that much and not more to be more secure. We're currently like very tight. We're making this extra effort to support the great dynamic that we have currently in the community, but we won't be able to do more. So we are really right now in the process of getting more funding. So there will be future rounds, but I can't say when yet. All right. So that was the big news. The other thing. So Camille, do you want to present? Maybe Alex would like to present the playbook, maybe.
Sure. So I will put the link in the chat. One exciting project that we launched a couple of weeks ago is an open community playbook that we're looking to use to collect all of your insights as members of OpenCovid19 on what has been your experience. So the playbook is structured with different guiding questions, and essentially it's up to you to just input whatever information in long form writing, bullet points or small paragraphs of what your experience has been like. We're doing this project in collaboration with a couple of other open communities to try to have as much breadth in insights and contributions as possible with these new partners. So we're really excited about that. I will post the link in the chat right now, and that's it for my updates. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Awesome, thank you, Alex. So this is going to be very interesting. We're trying to work on all the learnings we can get from this community adventure, so that it can inspire others and can be replicated elsewhere also. So I think
maybe I can add on
yes.
what Alex is saying. Oh, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah. So like this playbook is really fantastic because it's going to enable us to draw lessons from what is working or not to create and sustain a community. So really based on experience that has a lot of value, especially if things needs to be reproduced. And there is a second project, which is a bit more short term and more about evaluating what actually happened very precisely in OpenCovid19. And the relevancy of all the features like this global community call. Was it useful to connect with other people? Was JOGL platform useful? Like basically, how did you engage with the community? And how can we improve? So Thomas told you we're redesigning the type of, the format of events, and this is based on the comments as well that people made in this survey. So I'm going to send it to you. There has been some communication about it. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank all the people that have been and taking 10 minutes to fill this form. It's like I'm currently in like analyzing the first responses, and it's very insightful. So thank you very much. I know it's not really fun to take surveys, but it's going to be used, and we're basing our reflection and our actions on this. So if you're willing to spare 10 minutes to help us do better and help your project better, that will be super appreciated. I am putting the link in the chat right now.
Awesome. Thank you, Camille. Great. So I don't think that we have actually much more news to share regarding JOGL and OpenCovid19 itself. So I would like to leave the floor to you guys if you want to share some interesting results or updates, or maybe you're new to the community, you want to introduce yourself. That would be fantastic. Who would like to start?
I think I should start because it's been a while that I was following JOGL, but I don't know why. Every time I was missing a call, I was missing time. But now I'm happy to connect with you. I don't know if someone can put on the slides chart
Sure.
where I mentioned.
Yeah, I'm going to do that now.
So it will be easy for the other people to see. Okay, great. So hi everyone. My name is Stefania Vashenko. I'm a co-founder of Open Science TV. It's a like new independent platform, media platform, which promotes principles of open science. We just started by creating videos about open science, about the need of open science, about problems in science communication. You're actually invited to check out our videos on YouTube, and here's the link. Because I didn't put the Slack channel because we don't have Slack channel, we have a YouTube page. So for the moment, from the beginning of this project, which started in last summer, we published 4 videos, 4 video interviews. So you are invited to check them out. And of course, to share them, to comment, because it's very important for our, I have my cat here. She doesn't like when I speak English. I don't know why. So yeah, and we published 4 videos, and we got a first partnership. If you heard about IGDOR community, this is like an independent research institute, which provided us this partnership. And what we actually need for the moment, we actually, as I told you, we need the support. So please check our videos, make them spread, because this is, as for me, I think this is the great opportunity to reform academia, to reform science, to make it better, because once in a while we will get other problems, other crises, and actually open science can solve those problems as fast as it can actually. So we also tend to be international community, and if you like our project or you want to collaborate with us in terms of the subtitles translations, so you can contact me or write on the check on the JOGL about all this subtitle stuff. Yeah, and I think it's all that we have. I think you should all go to the Open Science TV and check our videos to understand our project and our media for open science community, not like media of community, so like media for community. So we tend to create like content which is which actually makes sense and promotes open science to the not only to scientists but for the bigger, wider public. So thanks.
Well, thank you, Stefania, sorry.
Oui.
And looks fantastic. Definitely look it up. And the next, oh, this is going too fast. The next project is Corona Detective, and with Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Oh, yes.
So I'm here, and it's really nice to be back again. It's sort of weird this year, but I feel like I missed a lot of these group calls, and it's really been quite interesting doing all the R&D here at Aquarium in Switzerland, and really looking forward to seeing how our Corona Detective freeze-dried tubes survive the shipping without any cold dependence, to go to all our different collaborators that said they'd be willing to test them for us, especially the ones who have some access to clinical samples that are already defined as positive or negative. So we've all been working together for JOGL projects in this project, Nucleic Acid Amplification. And 4 of these projects, we all applied for the X Prize. And we were really excited that everybody has been accepted as semi-finalists. So we get to use their blinded proficiency kit And it's really up to, it's hard for me because I have to just hope that it all works well for Guy in Paris and our partners in Sri Lanka that will be doing these tests. And we also have a new app put together by one of the Hackarium members, Tatiana, that will help for when we're gathering data from the clinical validations of the freeze-dried tubes, which will probably come after the X Prize set is all done. So I'm looking forward also to applying for another micro grant because Hackarium has already overused its budget on the various molecular biology tools. And we've also been working closely with people towards more open source enzymes, especially Catherine from our group is going to do some modeling, and hopefully we'll all be one day not needing to use the commercial enzymes to make our corona detective tubes. And I'm going to try for the triplex reaction here too. So that's going to be part of the micro grant to also detect not just the corona target, but also the influenza target that has been defined before, and see if the whole primer sets with the 3 different targets in there. I mean, that means you have 18, 19, 21 different primers there with the quenchers and everything for our detection. So it's going to be really exciting if that works well, but especially with flu season coming, it seems like it might be a good idea to tell the difference between having corona and having the flu. So thank you again, Thomas, and everyone from the Project Nucleic Acid Amplification, because it's really been exciting for us to be part of this.
Well, you're making this happen, right? So the congrats to you. All this is very exciting. I'm glad that we can make another round also, because I know that you've all been struggling, and you need to get into the next phase. I've seen you talk about clinical samples, and I think it would be good that we all come together, actually all the 4 projects, and we start working more closely with APHP, because I think they can really, welcome the different technologies that you guys have been put together so far. Only the project made by Ali.
By Ali, yeah,
has been tested by them, and I think it would be great if they could test others.
Exactly. Guy plans, as soon as he has the multiplex tubes, extra ones, to give some to these doctors.
Perfect. Paris. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a general email connecting you guys with the guys at APHP, cool. That you're in contact, and we can have like this discussion, moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Cool. So,
Thomas, actually, the question came up about certification yesterday in the weekly call, like clinical certification. Do you know any people in Paris there? Do you have like any contacts or something?
For doing what? For doing what? Sorry.
For filing a certificate, like a clinical valid certificate for the test. Because I think we should like think about that.
I think it could be on the sort of research and development stage, but to be actually able to use it as more than just surveillance, but really diagnostics. You need some sort of
No. The thing is, also for surveillance purposes, you need that actually. Like that. That's what Katharina said yesterday. And I think we should like spread out our network, and probably we can find some people who can like give us some good advice on that. And
sure, yeah, I can connect you with people I know. Yeah, let's discuss this, on the side in the Slack.
Yeah, good, you brought it up, Catherine.
The next project that we're super happy to hear about, it's been some time, and we're super happy to have Hunter back. I know that you had some issues, so I'm glad to see you in good health. Welcome back, Hunter.
Thank you. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, it's been a rocky summer. I've been dealing with some health issues, and I'm kind of stressed about everything that's going on in the U.S. But what's good is this project is helping me stay focused and stay off the news. The Veteran Health Administration, who I've been working with on the basic respirator project, they have an annual conference every year. It's their innovation conference. So VHA is massive. I think it's nearly 400,000 employees. And so they've got centers all across the US. And they're constantly working on new innovation. They're also a big supporter of open source initiatives as well. So they're going to have their conference, and there's going to be panels and speakers. And I've been invited to do a demo of the project, and they're referring to it more as like a pitch. I'm going to be pitching the project to employees at the VHA. I think there's some private companies that work with them, some people from various areas of government, and try to get more support for the project. I can ask for funding. My big thing that I'm asking for is FDA approval, obviously. Because I think things have been in kind of a holding pattern this summer too, with getting clinical review and approval. So this will be a good opportunity to put the project out there and hopefully get some help, because I've still been working on it by myself, and it's just a big overwhelming task. If I could share my screen for just a minute.
Sure. Wait.
The reason I mentioned the conference is the registration is free. So I will, I'll put the link in the chat right now. So if there's going to be, I know there's some COVID-19 related initiatives of people that are going to be presenting too. So if anyone wants to attend or check it out, it's free, and it's going to be broadcast live. So the whole conference is virtual. Also, I've been working on an app, a mobile augmented reality app. So I have an iPhone 10 with the True Depth camera. Measuring for masks is kind of difficult, so I wanted to create an application that measures the mask, or measures your face for you and determines the right fit. So I have 5 different sizes of masks. And so really I'm just looking at length and width. So what you see on the screen here is, this is just iPhone's AR kit.
Hunter, I don't think you see your screen actually.
Oh, you can't? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's, thank you for mentioning that. Aha. Oh dear, it's giving me options. Let's see. Sorry, hang on one moment. I need to I need to turn on security. One moment. Okay. Oh, will not be able to record. Are you able to see it now?
No.
Okay. Well,
is that coming from me?
I had to set permissions. I just updated my browser, or my my operating system. So let me try. Here, I'll try this now. It did works. Okay, good. Okay, so so there's the link. I also just put it in the chat if you wanted to check out the conference. And then here is the augmented reality app. So again, I wanted it to be able to measure your face from length and then also width. And then also be able to try on the mask. So what it will do is the app measures your size, measures your face, selects the correct size for you, and then has a 3D mask that you can try on and then customize. So this is just this super rough prototype.
Nice.
And then there's the mask. I don't have the filter assembly in there yet, but there is a 3D version of the mask. You
should make some kind of Instagram, you know.
Yeah, like the filters. Yeah, I'm definitely looking into that after I develop the app. I mean, this project has been so serious. And so I wanted to do something fun. So I'm coming up with some ideas of different filter covers with like hearts and like an American flag and some different options to make it fun that you can then 3D print too. So that's so far that's my update. So I'll be on the calls this month as I'm working on it, and I'll share further development. Also, this app will be open source too, so I'll make it available to everybody.
This is awesome.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Hunter. This is great. Super exciting as always, and super beautiful graphics. Do we have one more project? I don't think that. If I look at the, oh yes, we have. Let me share my screen again. The Open Enzyme production with Scott. Hey Scott, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. It's as you know, BioSummit's coming up
Yes.
this weekend, so it's been kind of a crazy thing. So yeah, the projects have been slowly moving forward. One of the big things is that we haven't been getting the parts from free genes, but they've managed to synthesize two of the collections, the Molecular Diagnostic Toolkit and the Protein Expression Toolkit. So these are all open source, truly open source DNA, whereas the stuff that I have, it's a fusion of open source gene with a proprietary plasmid. So we're working to, once I get these in, then I can also, be able to produce a truly open source plasmid. But the other thing is the components to be able to make fusions with atypical purification techniques. And a lot of this is largely with Isaac. He's actually moving houses this week, so I guess he can't make it to the meeting. But the other part of the toolkit is all of these COVID-19, the SARS-CoV-2 open reading frames, as well as control plasmids. I did get the N-gene plasmid from Nico and Victoria. I think that was the IDT one. But now I'll be getting all the different ranges, and I'm happy to distribute those since it's the open source versions of them. But it also has the MERS control and the SARS control sequences. And that should get shipped next week. They had a number of twist failures, so it's not the full set of genes that we requested. And, largely this request, this is a design, the major people part of that were Jenny Malloy's group and Fernan Federici down in Chile. Isaac was involved, and I was involved in it around things. So some of those things haven't gotten synthesized, but they're trying to work through, but they've decided to just send what they do have already. So I think it's like maybe 85% of what we wanted. I just got the list of what has been synthesized and will be shipped. And unfortunately, Free Genes has their code name for it, so I've got to cross-reference that code name with the actual part name that a human can read. So, but I think we've got a good set to be able to move forward. So I'm kind of excited about that. Yes. Awesome. And I did get our sonicator going, so I was able to do some tests on lysing E. coli cell lysates, and I'm pretty happy about that. So
great.
What did you find with that, Scott? Did you test how those enzymes worked with the lysate?
So I haven't actually tested. I should have done an easy to use polymerase, but I first did the reverse transcriptase, but my problem is I don't have control RNA to be able to test. So I didn't try doing the combination. I haven't done a LAMP assay on it, but for the Taq polymerase, I do get a band. So I'm reasonably happy about that, but I think there's some optimization. And that band, that's actually, I was just using some primers for DNA barcoding of plants that I I did. That's been a side project at the community lab. So it's not a true test of the COVID primers, but it does test the enzyme. I've been having also some challenges with the protein gels. I've started kind of designed laser cut acrylic plastic, and it seems like the heat is kind of causing problems. So as the protein gel electrophoresis heats up, I think the acrylic sheets are flexing, but what I'm going to do is laser cut some strips across them to kind of make it a little bit more rigid, which is more like the commercial cassettes. But once I have that worked out, then I'll open source that.
Sounds great. Thank you, Scott. The next project is one of our COVID tests with Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello. Yeah, so our basically the same report as for Corona Detective. We're all really just anxiously waiting for these samples to do this blinded proficiency test for the semifinals of the X Prize rapid COVID testing competition. And yeah, I don't know. I'm checking my emails every morning, every night, see if this is coming yet, but so far, not yet. But it's exciting. So yeah, hopefully you're including all 4 groups in your email coming out about the hospital system and testing. And so, yeah, I mean, we're just really ready to get these and also not ready to get these, and it's kind of an anxiety, but it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, it's exciting. I wasn't able to come on. I was finishing up my class, but I hear there are some micro grants available again, so that's amazing. Thank you so much. Much needed, and we couldn't do it without those. So thank you so much. Yeah, so we just also, as Rachel said, there's some continuing needs for consumables that are always being consumed, and for continuing to try to really completely open source all of the components in a test that we're working towards, all of us. So, yep.
Well, great. Yeah, we're all excited. And as I was saying before, yeah, we're doing everything in our power to bring in even more resources, and to convince, institutions and foundations to really fund this community to, your projects are really absolutely fabulous. And we're making such a beautiful proof of concept that community-based science is feasible and efficient and scalable, that I think we're going to get there. Yeah, we are making the path for others to follow. So it's really important that we succeed.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great model for all other kinds of research, right? Not only with COVID, but it's, I was mentioning before in our nucleic acids group that, I was involved with some other, maybe 4 or 5 other lab groups in the past, and our experiment was to see if we could all work together. And the answer was no. It was a failed experiment, but we were trying to do exactly this, and it was not successful. We couldn't. Nobody was staying on task, doing any tests and giving any updates, and in the end, it was very kind of disappointing that our experiment failed, the experiment just to see if we could all work together and collaborate. And JOGL is such an amazing example of how it is successful finally for community
yes, finally.
projects. Yeah, is a great model.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked so well. So thank you so much, Sarah. So I think it was the last project that we're going to speak to hear some updates from. We are going to have a special session this Sunday for the Global Community Biosummit. It's going to be about the OpenCovid19, especially the diagnostic teams, the open enzyme production, and also what's the name of the Bastian's project about flu and the open data. I forgot the name of it.
Quantified flu.
Quantified flu. Merci Camille. So quantified flu is going to be a 2-hour session at 2:30 p.m. Boston time, and on Sunday, this Sunday, so on the 11th, I believe, something like that. So yeah, this is going to be very exciting because we're going to hear about more details about the project that you just heard, but also we're going to have an hour-long discussion about all the learnings we got from this adventure and how we could translate this into a more scalable solution, for open laboratories and open communities and open science communities. So I'm looking forward very much to it. I believe that you can still register somehow if you want to assist or not. Sarah or Scott, you're part of the organizers.
I mean, I think you can today, but preferably it was already done. I mean, just if you want to participate in the JOGL part, you can still do that registration. The other registration in general is finished a long time ago. But yeah, for the JOGL segment, I think, if you do it today, it's probably still okay, but it should have been done already.
Okay, we'll transfer the message.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit easier this time because it is an online event. They were pretty strict, of course, with shutting down registrations in the past years since it was at the MIT Media Lab.
Yeah, so Yajur is asking for the link. Can someone put the link to the Biosummit in the chat? That would be fantastic.
I think he needs a link for the registration.
I believe so. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Scott.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, that's not the registration link.
Yeah, no, that's the actual website.
Right. I mean, you don't have to for this. You don't have to do the whole application process because that's like a lot and it's totally finished. But for the JOGL registration, you can still do that like now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you have to put in that you're invited speaker for JOGL, something like that. So you have to make that clear.
I can find the link that you put, Thomas, in the Slack.
I've actually not, I've helped with organizing the first 3, but this year I've had to pull back because I've just been crazy busy with all my paid work, consulting work. So
that's understandable. Okay, thank you so much. Do we have anyone who would like to speak up and share something, to this community? I think we had a great session. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing. Well, I'm looking forward first to the Biosummit. I'm looking forward also to seeing all the applications for the macro grants again. And I'm looking forward also to hear more from what's going on with the X Prize, definitely. All right, thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you all very soon. Oh yes, we can take the picture, the classroom picture. Camille, you're such an important person. You've been reminding me with the recording and now with the pictures.
Oh, what a responsibility.
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, guys, are you ready? All right. It's been awesome. Thank you so much again, and talk to you all very soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thomas?
Yes?
Thomas? I'm sorry, but after we stop recording, could you hang out for